Yo, what is up, guys? TZ here, another MLB The Show 17 video, and today I have my roster update predictions for, I actually didn't even check the date. It's July 28th, it should be coming on, and we're going to get into some guys. Again, like I said in my last video, don't roast me too bad if I miss a guy. I can't get anyone, but leave it in the comments. You help me out, you help everyone else watching the video, so that's much appreciated. But anyway, we're going to get into this. I got a pretty decent list, I feel like, today, upgrades and downgrades. Some of them are same as last week, some of them are different. But anyway, let's get right into it. The first guy, we're going to do it the same way we did last week. Start with starting pitchers, kind of move down from there, go around the diamond. But the first guy I want to talk about is Corey Kluber. He has been amazing. He's been on just really an absolute tear. He's been striking out guys at a ridiculous rate, just hitting double digits like it's nothing for the most part. I could see him going up to like a 94, maybe even a 95. Would increase to his hits per 9 and Ks per 9. He's been really, really good this year, especially recently. So he's kind of the first guy I could see getting an upgrade. And the next guy is going to be my first diamond prediction, and that is Jacob deGrom. You can see his price is already going up a bit. He has been on an absolute tear. Now, his ERA for the year isn't crazy good. It's like a 3.3, but they do take recent performance into account and past performance too. And like I said in my last video, I'm surprised he wasn't a diamond to start the year, but especially after his last start, I think he pitched 8 innings, only allowing 2 runs. He's just been amazing. I could definitely see him going diamond this week. The next guy is another gold pitcher that I'm not saying is going diamond, but I think has a decent shot at getting upgraded, and that's James Paxton. He's been really good this year. He's been striking out a ton of guys recently too. I could see his Ks per 9 going up, even his hits per 9 too. He's already got good velo and all that. I could see him going up to as high as like an 88, to be honest. He's been having a great year. He was a silver card earlier in the year, and he's pitched well basically for the entire year. The next guy is a silver that I could see going gold, and that's not him. Marcus Stroman. He's been pitching really well too. I could see he's always been a guy that hasn't struck out a ton of guys. He kind of pitches to contact, sinker baller, gets a lot of ground balls. But he's been striking out a decent amount of guys lately, more than I think a 60 K per 9 warrants. So I can see a boost in that and his hits per 9 because he's been pretty dominant lately. And finally, I have a bronze that I think could go gold, and that is, we could find him here. I believe he's a 78, if I'm not mistaken. Or I could be wrong. Lance Lynn, there he is. He's been having a really good year too. I could see definitely at least an upgrade to his hits per 9, maybe Ks per 9, maybe even control 2. I could see him easily going silver this week, maybe even up to like an 81 or an 82. So now we're going to move on to relief pitchers. I have 2 guys for relief pitchers. The first one is going to be Michael Givens. Now, a lot of people are saying Brad Brock, but he hasn't pitched extremely well recently. He's already an 84. I think if he does move into the closer role, if Britton gets traded, he will go gold. But Michael Givens is honestly, he's been dominant all year long. He's been striking out a ton. You can see his Ks per 9 are already really high. I can see that going up to 99, though. I can see his hits per 9 getting an increase, maybe a little the home runs per 9 and walks per 9 or something like that. I could see him going gold in this next update. And the last reliever is Pat Neshek. You can see his price is pretty decent already. But, I mean, this guy, he's been unbelievable this year. I believe his ERA is like a 1.1. I think his hits per 9 needs to go up without a doubt. Maybe probably his Ks per 9 too. I could see him easily going gold also. He also might get traded. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but I'm also going to be coming out with the video on who might move and how it might affect their price and all that. So definitely keep an eye out for that video. I think it would be helpful because it'll be definitely important when looking at what collections you want to finish, when you want to buy guys, either now or after they get traded and stuff like that, because the trade deadline is approaching in the MLB. Moving on to closers. The first guy I want to talk about is Felipe Rivero. This guy has been a stud all year. He's pitched 50-something innings and allowed 4 runs. I believe his ERA is .6 something. He's just been unbelievable. I think his hits and Ks per 9 need to go up. I think his home runs per 9 needs to go up. I think he could even go diamond as soon as this week, as crazy as that sounds, because he's been so dominant. It's crazy. Really probably been the best closer in the year. A best closer this year. Excuse me, I can't talk. Maybe outside of Kimbrel, Kenley, but he's just been so good. Next guy, Raisel Iglesias. Should have been an all-star, but he wasn't. Another guy's just having a fantastic year. I'm not saying he's going to go diamond, but I could see him getting a bump to hits and Ks per 9, maybe home runs per 9, and going up to like an 87 around that range. probably increasing his price a bit. And finally, we have bronze that I think could go silver. And I guess he's a relief pitcher, but I'm pretty sure he's been closing for them. I'm almost positive he's been closing for them. If I could find him. I'm not sure why he is a relief pitcher. Maybe I just missed him. That is going to be Archie Bradley. He is a relief pitcher in this game. He's been closing for them, though, and he's been really good. He's already at 79. I could see him easily getting that +1 at least to a silver upgrade. Moving on to first base. We don't want the Diamondbacks anymore. We want first baseman. The first guy, Miggy. As much as I love Miggy, he's just been such a fantastic hitter his whole career. Really just one of the greatest hitters of all time, in my opinion. He needs to go gold at this point. He's just having an abysmal year. Does not deserve to be a diamond anymore. It's a shame. He's getting older, but he needs to go gold, in my opinion. The next guy is actually another downgrade, and that is Will Myers. He moved from a silver to a gold earlier this year, but he's only hitting like 250. I said him last week. He doesn't have a ton of home runs on the year. I could see decrease both contact and power, one or the other. Whatever's going to get him to a silver, I could definitely see that happening. The next guy is Justin Bour. I talked about him last week, but I think he deserves to go gold. He's been hitting for a lot better average than he has previously in his career. You know, the power numbers are there already. He's always had power, but he's hitting for a much better average this year, and he's only one away from a gold. The next guy is Eric Hosmer. You can see his price is already starting to reflect it. I can't believe he hasn't gone gold already. Just having an amazing year. He's got good defensive stats already. He's hitting for some pop. He's hitting for an amazing average from both sides, against both sides. So I think he needs to go gold. Probably should have been a gold already. The next guy is a guy, I'm going to keep putting him on here until they upgrade him. Justin Smoke is having such a good year. He does not deserve to be an 80 overall. I don't care. He deserves at least a higher silver. If not, he should have been silver like 6 weeks before they actually made him silver. So I'm going to put him on here again. Eventually, they're going to get the hint and make him, a higher silver card, potentially a gold later down the line. And finally, we have a bronze card that's been doing really good. I'm actually not sure what his overall is. So we're going to find him right here. I mentioned him last week. That is Trey Mancini. He's hitting like 300. He's got a bunch of home runs. Doing really, really well. I could see him getting an upgrade to some of those stats. His fielding stats, I don't think he's that bad defensively. I know he plays a lot of outfield too. So I'm surprised they're that low. I think he deserves maybe not a silver this week, but 78, somewhere around there. He's been a very solid option for the Orioles. One of the bright spots on their team this year. Moving on to second base, we got a bunch of guys too. The first one, yes, I'm going to talk about Jose Altuve. This guy is a bona fide stud. He is amazing. I think he deserves to be a 99 overall, in my opinion. I think his power numbers need an increase. He has like 17 home runs or something on the year. He has a 365 batting average, I believe, right now. Just crazy, crazy stuff. I think he deserves to be a 99 overall, in my opinion. The next guy is actually a downgrade. That's Ian Kinsler. He got a -1 a couple weeks ago. But honestly, I think he should be like a silver card at this point. He's just having a terrible year. I'm surprised they only gave him -1 before. I think he needs to go down. Maybe he won't go down to silver, but maybe like an 85 overall. The next guy is an upgrade, and that is going to be Jonathan Scope, a guy a lot of people have been talking about. He has crazy power numbers this year for second baseman. He has like 21 or 22 home runs. He's hitting the ball really well. He could probably, they might like do that little tease thing they like to do, put him up to an 84, but he could also go gold. The next guy is a downgrade. That is Rougned Odor. I know he had a 2-home run game a couple games ago, but he's been horrendous on the year. I can't believe he's still a silver card. He's hitting like 211. It's been brutal. It's been really, really brutal for him. He needs to go down to a bronze card. And finally, we have a bronze card I think could go silver, and that is Whit Merrifield of the Kansas City Royals, having a really, really good year. He's hitting for some pop. I think he's got like 12 home runs, and his power numbers are pretty bad. And he's hitting for a really high average, too. I think he deserves to go silver. Now moving on to shortstop. I probably should put third base first, but whatever. The first guy I want to talk about is a downgrade, and that is Brandon Crawford. He should be a silver card at this point. He is hitting horrendously. I can't believe he's still an 88. It blows my mind. I don't really know what they're doing, but he definitely needs to at least go down to like an 85 if they're going to keep him gold. Also, I wanted to mention, too, I feel like this is the point in the year, we're past the All-Star break now and all that, we know what guys are doing kind of for the year. So they got to start like moving guys around. Some guys are just in the completely wrong tier. It's kind of getting ridiculous at this point. The next guy is an upgrade candidate, and that is going to be Zach Cozart, all-star this year, having a fantastic year. He's been hitting for average, hitting for power. He's really been doing it all. I could see him going gold. Next up, we have Chris Taylor, who I actually believe plays outfield for the Dodgers for the most part, but he's listed as a shortstop in the game. I don't know if a change of position would affect his overall or not, but he's been really, really good too. I think he deserves an upgrade to a silver card. Moving on to third base, I only have one guy going the wrong way, and that is Nolan Arenado. This man's hitting stats, I've said it so many times, are so disrespectful. He is one of the top 5 hitters in baseball, my question, without a doubt. He's also, you can see, he's got reverse splits this year, and maybe gets a slight decrease in his righty splits, but he deserves a massive, massive increase in his lefty splits. He's hitting over 400, like 420-something against lefties this year, and he only has 64 contact. It makes zero sense to me. I think he should go up to a 95, potentially even a 96, but most likely a 95. I think he finally gets his well-deserved upgrade this week. Joey Votto got it last week. Moving on to left fielders, we have the first guy, Marcell Ozuna. He just continues to be a beast. I don't know how many guys they can make diamonds. I think there's a bunch of guys that deserve to come out of the diamond tier. So he's a potential guy that could squeak in. You know, he's been amazing hitting for power, hitting for contact. He's an 89 overall right now. He only needs a +1 to go to diamond tier, and I think he deserves it. I think his defense is also better than it indicates on his card, so maybe even a boost to his fielding a little bit. And the next guy is actually a common card. That should not be a common card anymore. And that is going to be a player on the Twins by the name of Eddie Rosario. He has been fantastic this year. Oh, he's a bronze card. I'm sorry. I thought he was a common card. But I think he should be knocking on the door of silver tier. They might give him one of those crazy upgrades they do sometimes to a silver. He's been amazing this year. Contact, power. He's really been doing it all. I think he at least deserves to go to a high bronze. You might want to invest in him now before he goes silver if you can pick him a ton of them up for like 30 stubs. Moving on to center field. Talk about him again. Charlie Blackmon. I think this is finally the week this man goes diamond. He's been on a tear again. I mean, he's just been having an unbelievable year. He's hitting lefties well too. I think he gets that +2 to a 90 overall. And finally, over to right field, we have 3 guys here. The first guy is a silver player that I don't think goes gold, but I think starts knocking on the door of gold, and that is Avisail Garcia. He's having just a really, really good year. He's only an 80 overall right now. I think he at least deserves to be a mid-tier silver card at the very least. I think he would start out the year as a bronze, so it's going to take a little while for him to get to gold, but definitely could. If he keeps it up the season he's having, he definitely could before too long. This video is kind of dragging on a little bit, and I'm sorry for that. But the next 2 guys are bronze cards. The first one is Aaron Alther. I believe that's how you say his name. Another guy that's been really, really good this year. He's been hitting really well, and I think he could easily go up to an 80 overall. And finally, we have Ben Gamel of the Seattle Mariners. I believe he's hitting like 330 or something crazy like that. I think he could go up to a silver card, get that +3 to a silver. Anyway, that's my predictions this week. I'm going to be coming out with that trade video like I mentioned, so stay tuned for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.